just have to come to Science Night Tuesday at 6 p.m. to find out.
Hey kids, how you doing? Who was here last week for back to school night? You were all here and you're back again 1 week later. Pat yourself on the back. You're awesome. Awesome scientists. Okay, so what we want to talk to you about is last week. Did you see those colored bags over there? Yeah. Well, did you know, even though it was so fun to watch, it actually didn't turn out the way we planned. So the way we planned, or the way Mr. Crowell and Mrs. Pearson planned, is as soon as they filled up the bags, what was supposed to happen, Mrs. Pearson?
Well, the gas was supposed to blow the bag up and the bag was supposed to break and we were going to be making a pretty picture for you.
Now, did you see the bag break on its own last week? What happened? Did you see? Yeah, you're doing it. What did they have to do? They had to do what? They had to poke the bag. So, and you didn't know, and it was still really fun, but they were thinking, oh, that didn't work right. So, like any good scientist, they went back to the drawing board and said, what can we do to change it? So guess what they did? They went to the store and they bought different bags. Mr. Crowell, why did you change the bag?
We changed the bags because the first bags we used might have been too strong, so it wasn't able to actually break the bag. So we're hoping with these lighter bags and a little bit cheaper that it will break and pop.
So we're not using the name brand Ziploc. We're going with the Signature Home brand. And we're hoping that maybe this will work better. So in a little bit, you're gonna see them redo and see if it works. What do you guys think? Thumbs up? Do you think that'll help? You think it'll work this time? Yeah? All right. Now, in the middle, Dr. Jones and Miss Stopper had an experiment, and we were waiting and waiting and waiting. Who remembers that one? We were watching and waiting for something to happen, and did it happen? Yeah. Yes. Well, kind of. It actually happened in my classroom after you all left. It went really high and then it foamed over. So we want it to happen in front of you. So Dr. Jones and myself put our heads together and said, what can we change? So this is what Dr. Jones did.
All right, so I'm going to tell you a little about the ingredients that we're using and what changes we made. So we're using dish soap. Dish soap creates a lot of wet in your sink. Bubbles, right? So we're going to start with the bubbles. Now, we are using this very special substance called peroxide, and it's a very high volume peroxide. So it's not like, raise your hand if you've ever had a boo-boo and someone put alcohol in your boo-boo to clean it. Yeah, okay. So it's very similar to that substance, but it's really, really strong. That's why I'm wearing a glove on my hand, because you can't touch it with your hands. So we had what was called a 20 volume piece of peroxide now. This is a 30 volume. So what this does is, when I pour this in with the soap, I'm going to add what's called yeast. Raise your hand if you've ever eaten bread. Guess what's in your bread? Yeast. So this yeast, I'm going to stir it with water, and this yeast with the water is going to act as what we call a catalyst. So it's going to mix with the soap as well as the peroxide, and it's going to release all the oxygen in this peroxide with the yeast, and it's going to create a big, well, not a boom, but it's going to create a lot of rising quickly. So you notice last time it was very slow, so you'll notice it rises very quickly, and then it should spill over the top. So we're looking for all those oxygen bubbles to release with the peroxide, and then they're going to act as a catalyst with our yeast. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully it works this time, Mrs. Stopper.
What do you think? Thumbs up, thumbs sideways? Do you think it's going to work this time? Okay, well, we already tried it after school yesterday, and it did, but you never know what's going to happen in front of a live audience. That's all of you. So, we'll see, okay, in just a moment. All right, last experiment. Do you remember the soda? It went where? It went up really high, but did you know it actually didn't turn out exactly the way they planned? So what did you plan to happen, Ms. Smith?
Well, when we had tested it out ahead of time, we had a stream that went up really high. And when we did it here, it didn't really go up very high. So we're going to see if we can make it go up higher.
Who wants to see it go higher?
Yeah, so we're gonna try. So we're changing the way that we put these little candies in called Mentos, and they interact with the soda. And we think we were just too slow. We weren't fast enough putting the Mentos in the soda, so we'll see how it goes.
And I have 3 glasses of water. 1 glass of water is regular room temperature, just been sitting in the room. Another glass of water is hot. I just took it off that hot plate right there. So this is a hot glass of water. And this is a cold glass of water. Can you see the ice around it?
Yes.
So I have a cold, a room temperature, and a hot glass of water. Can you see that?
I think it's weird, it spreads, but also doesn't. And since that was cold, if we use the molecules, I don't know that much.
So the way I understand Andrew's explanation is if it's hot, then it spreads more. If it's medium, it spreads a little, but not so much. And if it's cold, it kind of doesn't spread too much. Is that right?
Yeah.
This is like freezing it up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes perfect sense. How old are you, Maya? Okay, Maya's 6. That's actually a perfect explanation for a 6-year-old, right? Hey, it's freezing it up. What's wrong with you, man? Can't you see that? And it obviously is. For an older kid, they're going to say, oh, this is how you would expect, I do too, is that this is demonstration of the atomic theory that all matter is made up of little particles that are too small to be seen. We call them molecules, right? And temperature is a measure of how fast the molecules are moving. So what I mean by that is hot or high temperature means fast-moving particles, and cold or low temperature means slow-moving particles. We can't see the particles because they're invisible, they're too small to see, but here's evidence that atomic theory is correct because we can see evidence of mixing. The particles are moving. And here we can see evidence of less mixing because the particles are moving slower. So that's 3 ways to think and 3 ways to talk. 6-year-old voice, 10-year-old voice, and what I'm going to call the physicist.
Okay, guys, you ready? Now this time I put water in here, and we're going to put oil on in this plate. This is the oil. I'm going to put 2 colors in the oil. Uh-oh, it won't work. Because this is water. Let's put that in there. What happened? It made color. I colored it. I wonder why. Because that's water. Because that's water. Yes. Wait a bit more. Oh, I know. I have
have sixth graders. Give